For anyone who's a fan of the original kind of versus, Stick Talk TV is the place for you. I'm Dylan Stevenson. Welcome to the best place to have a focused discussion matching fighting games and culture across all your favorites, your Mortal Kombats, your Tekkens, your Street Fighter 1 through 3s, and all the beloved characters and moments they gave us from the viewpoint of gamers that haven't always been the industry's priority. We'll have an ongoing dialogue between the host and a rotating cast of esports insiders, artists, and experts who unpack the ways gaming changed their lives for the better. To keep playing with us, keep those coins ready, or just comment, like, or subscribe below. I actually don't know where they're going to put it. It's magic. It could go anywhere, at any time. Just stay ready. In the beginning, there was nothing. And then, there were fighting games. Street Fighter 2. The World Warrior. It's given to us from a powerful and benevolent force, Capcom. The Capcom we know today is a multi-billion-dollar global enterprise responsible for publishing several of the biggest franchises and hits in gaming, like Mega Man, Resident Evil, and Yo-Noid.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Street Fighter 2 introduced wildly innovative features, like the concept of having multiple characters to choose from, and individualized specialized movesets for each. This was groundbreaking at a time of single-serve fighting game selection bases. Players were free to choose from combatants from every portion of the globe, except Africa. And what's worse, in some editions, they covered it up. Street Fighter, come on. You can't cover up Africa.
'Cause this is Africa.
Street Fighter does get the distinction of having the first black playable character in a major fighting game franchise, Balrog. Now, the boxer has a complicated history, and a bit of an identity crisis. The champ, Iron Mike Tyson, was the inspiration for Street Fighter's boxer. But trying to avoid legal issues made things a little complicated, because outside of the US, Balrog is known as M. Bison. Overseas, their Balrog is who the United States knows as Vega. But Vega was the name of the final boss we know as M. Bison elsewhere in the world. Balrog is often overlooked, because it's tough to stand out in a game full of fireballs and teleportation when you can't even kick. But for the specialists who take the time, Balrog is a beast to contend with. Unfortunately for him, and great for fans, he's not the only boxer Street Fighter has given us. Street Fighter 3 gifted us Dudley, the gentleman boxer from England. He's got his own real-life inspiration in Chris Eubank, a Jamaican English champ. Now Street Fighter knows all black boxers aren't the same, and Dudley's style is unique enough to distinguish from Balrog's. His character approaches combat from a more technical approach. He's got a disdain for the OG's dirty tactics. Naturally, the two are fierce rivals.
Hey, take me on, Will.
Very well then. Far be it from me to turn down a challenge. And for a fellow pugilist.
Now, since we're talking characters, it would be prudent to give some time to discuss Capcom's crown jewel. The first game franchise to take all those what-if battles of characters from different universes that you debate about with your friends and say, wait, what if?
Marvel vs. Capcom.
The Marvel vs. Capcom series. Sure, today we have Smash Bros. And a bunch of others in the character battle royale business, but MVC is the OG. Capcom first flirted with injecting comic properties into fighting games in 1994, releasing X-Men Children of the Atom and Marvel Superheroes. That all eventually led to the Marvel vs. Capcom juggernaut we know today. Juggernaut pun intended.
Oh, it's the Juggernaut! Catch your dumb ass!
The series is one of Capcom's 10 best-selling franchises. And because there are entirely too many characters to cover, we'll take a moment to pay homage to one, a goddess who was there at the infancy. Storm! Hey, how you all doing tonight? Okay. Why is Storm the best member of the X-Men to hit a strip club with? It's because she always makes it rain! But seriously, since X-Men Children of the Atom, fighting game competitors have been able to have a version of Storm that is every bit as badass as her comic book counterpart. She's known as one of the most versatile fighters on the roster, and is equipped with powerful hyper combos fitting for a goddess of her stature. Now, Storm may just be a single character in a franchise that has featured over 100 playable fighters, but as far as Stick Talk is concerned,
Perhaps now you realize your foolishness, Magnus.
she's the only one for us. So far, you've just been listening to me drone on about the topic at hand. But
Here comes a new challenger!
panel discussion time, challengers. Capcom's influences can be found in nearly every fighting game that followed Street Fighter II. Giving us the option to determine how we be represented on screen has a direct link to the kind of avatar culture we're in today. Players can create characters to represent them in vast online worlds. And games like NBA 2K let you scan your own face and throw it on a 7-foot center who can also shoot 90 from beyond the arc. That all comes back to the first moment you got to choose your fighter. The global impact of these games is immense, and we'll dedicate time to unearthing the gems that may not have gotten proper love stateside. A major priority is identifying those unicorn fighting games that gave black gamers and the culture we love a proper showcase to bust heads. We're even bold enough to attempt to answer one of mankind's deepest philosophical questions. Have black women and women of color been properly served and represented by the fighting game realm? Scholars maintain that no, not at all. Stick with Stick Talk as we dive in deeper next time. To continue, just like, comment, and subscribe below. Stick Talk episodes can be found on T1 Nation.